The idea of Megison's mission was one that we talked about at the board, and the reason is so clear because Chris is on a mission, and it just fit perfectly because when he sets his mind to anything, it comes from being a Marine. In fact, it's appropriate that I'm wearing the Marine lapel here, but when Chris sets his mind to something, it gets done. And it doesn't just get done, it gets done with passion and with heart, and he cares at a level that comes through, and it's why the donors that are supporting Solutions for Change are supporting at the level they are. And so Megison's mission fits perfectly, and it is his mission, and it's his mission to go way beyond, I think, what we are here in Vista. It's going, I think, to become a national kind of program. When I first met Chris Megison, it was, I believe, 4:30 a.m., and I'll never forget it. I saw this man at 4, I'm in the newspaper business, and you know, we're up and early. It's not common to see other people up and early. Chris Megison at 4:30 a.m., literally they jumped out of the Alpha Project through the doors, and they physically ran into a huddle. And the huddle was a huddle where everybody put their arms around each other. And what they did was they had a quick prayer, and during that prayer, that they were asking for the Lord's help in everything that they were going to do that day. And then we busted up, and they literally ran into the vans, the waiting vans. I've never seen such energy at 4:30 a.m. anywhere, except maybe in the Marines. And I think that once again is where Chris's Marine background comes through with the level of energy he has, and it's contagious. This man's energy level is contagious. And when he gets involved in something, it spreads into the individuals he's working with. And through the Alpha Project, he did what nobody else could do. In fact, many other programs, hawking programs in the nation, asked and were developed as a result of this program. And so once again, Chris started the fire, and it spread. And it has to do exactly with the energy level that he has. And I saw it that first time at 4:30 a.m. It's the first time I met him. And it was an amazing moment to see that man and the energy level he had at 4:30 a.m. I have it, other newspaper people have it, most people don't, Chris does. Chris and this program are doing something that is almost unheard of. If I remember correctly, I think 62%, I think that's the number, of the people that come through this program put their lives together, save, I think, up to $2,000, and go back out into the community and are stable. They've got their lives together, whatever issues they had, and sometimes there are issues. Those issues are resolved. They figured them out. They put them together. They figured out how to make ends meet. They figured out how to live their lives right, how to budget, how to do all the right things. And they go out and they succeed at a 62% level. To my knowledge, there's no government program that does that. The community really hadn't dealt with, in a serious way, no one had dealt with homeless women and children and families, specifically women and children. And if my memory serves, it's like 2/3 children. When you do the ratio, it's like 2/3 of these people that are being helped are kids. And in fact, I think the average person that Solutions for Change deals with is like 8 or 9 years old. The average age is 8 or 9 years old. That's a shock to many people. And the key thing with the kids is that most kids the key thing is to get to them before the 4th grade, if I remember correctly, because Chris really drilled this. You got to get the kids up before the 4th grade, because by that time, the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. If you don't have that, you're in trouble. You don't have the basic foundation set, and it's not necessarily too late, but it makes it much more difficult to succeed in life. And that's what they do. They deal with the foundational issues so that there's no gap, there's no lapse. There's just a rock solid education so kids can, in fact, learn and move on with their lives, and families are taken care of. If you think about what happens next, it's not just a mission that Megison's mission, it actually goes to Megison's miracle, because the reality is that, in fact, it has become, through the results, a miracle to the individuals. In fact, if you're questioning whether it's a miracle, anybody questions it, talk to the 13, 14, 1,500 people that have come through here. They will tell you it's a miracle. And they will tell you it's the Megisons that made that a miracle. Certainly there's a lot of support personnel, but there's clearly 2 individuals whose hearts, souls, and minds are in this. And it's a result of their efforts that has delivered the miracle, which Megison's miracle is a perfect way to describe basically the future, I think, of what this is and will become. This program can literally be taken nationwide, and there's no reason for it not to happen. In fact, you know, Megison's university. Think of it like that, you know, because the miracle happens right here. And if in fact any community in the nation wants to know how to solve homeless women and children's and families, they don't have to do anything more than come right here to Vista, California, spend 2 or 3 weeks here, learn from the masters who in fact know how to do it, and it's not hard. Bring someone here that has heart and soul and cares with their heart and their soul, and they will go back and they'll be able to replicate this. And that means that you can have solutions magnified and scaled at a level that no government's ever going to accomplish. You can work this through the community, and that's the beauty of this. It's been through the community that this has happened.